should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She says she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail. Cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
He's tackled.
Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
On second down, Elliott. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off-play action. McGowan. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Dallas.
Off the play fake. McGowan. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to
Dalton Schultz, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Sheds a and he's into the clear. He's at the 40. 20.
Showtime today, baby.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, McGowan. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on first down. McGowan, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
On 1st and 10, McGowan. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, McGowan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Rolling to his right. He'll fire it deep for Rager. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Throwing is Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, McGowan. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Down at the 20-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, McGowan. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. It got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st down, McGowan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the 34-yard line.
It to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On play action, Wentz flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. He'll fire it. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And they run the option on 2nd down.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. McGowan able to hit his target, Lamb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st and 10, McGowan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Tony Pollard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
The kick is
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Eagles 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll fire it deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Jumper, 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 jumper. You got time. You got time.
They'll run with Sanders. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's up and good.
Ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
43-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
We did a lot for the win. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I can't.